Hi guys, so today I'll take you through a walkthrough the system on some of the parts that are happening on agent management. Click on agent management, and you see all the menus required here. Masters, if you want to create a DTR, just click on that. Then you can create a DTR from there. By default it will be a DTR. Then you provide the name and all the other information required for the DTR. Phone number down there. You can see the type. By default is DTR. Then you can save, and then you click approve to go to approved. Also it sends a message to that person that you have been approved as a DTR. Then to create a shop, just click on shop right there. Click create. Then you supply the shop name there, and the other information like if there's some agreement there, and down there the shop belongs to an agent. You can select the super agent from there directly. All that. Then next, if you want to create customer, right there you can create the customer. What is very important is just the name. So it is the name, and then you can fill down the email address if they have, and also the phone number, M-Pesa phone, the HDL phone number from there. And then down there we have in the sales, in the finance, let's go first to the finance, then you come back to the rest. In the finance you have agent list where you can create the agent here. Then you click create. For the agent, it gives us the agent name, give us who is the super agent from here. They can create directly. Date of birth, all these things there. Type is agent, the ID number, and also give us the agent type, whether it's a staff agent or third party agent. If it's an agent, is a staff agent, just create an employee profile, select the employee that the HR has created from here. So a staff agent is linked to an employee profile. If it's a cluster, you select the cluster head from here. Select the super agent from here directly, or you can create directly from there. Just type it and then to give you click create edit. And then if it's a super agent also, you can, if it is a third party agent, you can upload the profile, the agreement, and then select the shop where the agent is working from. We can create a shop directly. The phone number, the alternative phone number down there, and for an agent, an account number is very important. You can create an account number directly from there. And then the agent limit, which we will fetch from the mKurush API. Also in the new upload that I'm going to load, I've also we have a limit for the float and a limit for the cache which I'm going to load. Now you can also approve it. When you approve, they'll send a text message and an email if they have an email address to this agent that they have been approved. You can also reject them directly. And then under agent, so we put this next thing is agent request, agent cache float request. You just click here. You can do a request from here. Okay, I will not go into the detail because in the previous videos I already did it. Just click create, and then you can select whether it is a float or a cache from here. Select all those information, fill it, and then select whether it is a float or a cache, the amount, and also the currency you can select from there, and then everything, and then you click post entries. But the essence is that we are doing this from USSD. Remember I showed you the USSD, how to access it. I gave you the code in the group, but when you type a USSD, just going to go to Africa is talking, get the codes and then the simulator. So 7214906. I believe even in South Sudan it will still just work for as long as you start with the country's code as the phone number. It will still work. And then I want on the simulator. Can I get a simulator? USSD code. Find the USSD codes. USSD. I need to log in and get the default USSD code. Select this. I'm going to load. You can also create an account in Africa is talking and just test, or use the mobile code I sent you previously. So these are the menus for doing a USSD. I did the previous video. You can look at it, how to process all this down here up to the end. At the end of it, it's going to create a transaction in cash float there. And one thing is, if it is more than the agent limit, remember I showed you on the agent list, we have on the agent list we have the limit. If it's more, it's going to show it as red. And then there's this OTP code that is sent to the agent. When the driver goes to the agent, you will ask the agent the code, and that code the driver will log in and select the option receive cash, this one here. And then when you select that option receive card, you'll enter the agent number directly from there. After the agent number, that code, and then automatically it will update the transaction that the agent has received. The amount with also the exact amount that the driver has given the code, and this information is updated here automatically. You can see whatever has been changed and all that. Anything you change on this form, it is logged automatically here. So there's still other reports here, like agent daily report. This one serves as a purpose for submitting the end of day cash. Automatically sends an alert to the driver, the person concerned, that please go and collect the cash from this agent. So the moment they do it in the USSD here, send cash report there 3, and they do a send cash report automatically. When they create that transaction, automatically send an alert, and they'll come and collect that cash from the agent. Then which will come here automatically and create it as a transaction here. And then another thing is on the finance at cash daily agent transaction book. These are just other transactions. The in the MIS, links pay MIS, so which will automatically import from the mCrush or the TL API. So but automatically this transaction we can create in Excel and just come here. Once you provide this field exactly the way they are here, the field the way they are here, the name, the agent name, the code for another agent name is in the system, the deposit, total, that. You can also import it in Excel by just coming here, favorites, import records, and then you select that CSV in Excel. And if we need a CSV, we can define, but it's just exactly as the field are. You can select a CSV and import into the system, they appear here. But the essence is that this transaction will come from the API. You also have other transaction, cash collection, still they will come from the API. You can still also import directly from Excel, import records, We also have a cash book from here, still the same thing. They come from the API, but you can also import from Excel directly here. Then they come here. We also have directly here float book, the same, and then banking from here. So go to banking, the same things. We'll get that one, the cashier name who was done. You can select the cashier, the number of the cashier, the date, the SSP collected, SSP cash out. All these are just reports like the ones that are in LinksPay MIS. You can fill the information and just save directly. If there is anything else you need to do in banking, you can just advise. I just pick the form the way it is in LinksPay MIS. And then directly there we have agent reconciliation. So in agent reconciliation, what's happening is exactly the same thing. It will be imported from the API, but now you can also still, by going to Favorite import record, you can import sample reconciliation and see how it behaves on it. So this is how it looks. So it will have that, we'll have the starting balance, the ending balance. This is a field for starting balance, float, ending time balance, float, starting balance, cash, ending balance, cash. And then we'll have the transactions here: deposit, withdrawal, deposit, withdrawal. If it is withdrawal, it will have a negative sign. If it is deposit, it's a positive sign. And then it will show the overall computed balance at the end of the day here for those transactions. You can play around with it, and if there's any changes you want me to do, you can suggest, so I can do those changes. But all this will come from mCruise API, from the API. Finance, staff reconciliation, same thing like the agent reconciliation, but doesn't have much, but it's just the same as the agent reconciliation. To upload it from the API automatically, the staff name and all that, but this is the one for that they do in the evening for staff reconciliation. So automatically you can import the staff name, the date, the transaction, this one, the float in, float out, cash. Automatically, if you enter any of this field, the system will automatically just compute the other information depending on whatever you earn, float balance and all that. So you can play with it and try to see how it works. Give me suggestion if you want some improvements on it. And once they fill all information, they send for approval. It goes to the right people for approval. And then finance, we have transaction statement. This one also